Joshi from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. We have been discussing the chapter of etiquettes, and in continuation of that, today we are going to discuss two topics. One is the etiquettes for small talks and another one respecting privacy. Now first we will start with etiquettes for small talks. Now there is nothing small about the small talks. Small talk is an important people skill. It helps in breaking the ice between strangers. Whenever you meet someone for the first time, sometimes if you have to go for a meeting at a different place, then you may meet some new people, or at a client's place, you may have to talk to people whom you may not know. So small talks helps you in establishing connection with strangers. It helps in defining a common denominator between two people. It also helps in forging meaningful and lasting relationship with your business associates, a potential client, or an existing client. Actually, small talk is an easy way to gain confidence in dealing with different people. It is also instrumental in getting jobs and dealing with your clients. And hence, organizations look for people who can do small talks effectively. So let us see what care we have to take when we do small talks, and also learn how to do small talks effectively, so that we polish this people skill in ourselves and we become those kind of people whom people look at and whom people easily gel with. So let us see. First of all, very important aspect for small talks is that you become the initiator of the conversation. Never ever wait for the other person to start the conversation. Now, in our general life or in our personal life, this may sound to be a little abnormal, because many a times people would get offended if you keep on asking questions, or if you start the conversation. People may not like to talk to strangers. But as far as professional life is concerned, and as far as your client relationships or with your business associates, when you have to speak to them, it is very important that you start the conversation. Secondly, whenever you talk to other people, have a positive body language. Secondly, whenever you indulge into small talks, have a positive body language with a smile and demonstrate your interest and desire to communicate with them. You may also ask open-ended questions to enable the other person to say even more. But here you have to take care that you don't end up asking personal questions, because the other person may get offended. Now the best topic to start with is always about the weather and other general topics, because it is such a topic that every person would easily speak on. Also, a very good way of starting a conversation is to compliment. But here also you have to take care that it is an honest one. So whenever you meet a stranger in your professional setup and you see something, you observe something about that person which you feel that needs a compliment, or which you really appreciate from inside, then don't stop. Just go ahead and compliment. But it has to be honest. Also, while speaking to the other person, be more interested in the other person rather than continuously speaking about your own self, because the other person may get bored and would not like to continue talking with you. Always listen with interest, because to listen carefully is the biggest compliment you can give to a person. Sometimes you may get carried away in telling so many things, because this is a general talk and you may want to tell a lot of things, or you may want to share a lot of things with the other person. But avoid that also. The best way is always to talk about movies or some hobbies, books, etc. Because when you talk about such topics, you will be able to demonstrate a friendly and approachable attitude. always refrain from talking about health issues, your personal problems, the cost of things, inflation, and controversial topics like politics and religion. Because when you talk about your personal problems, it gives an impression of being a negative person. And if you indulge into controversial topics, the other person may have opposite opinion as that of yours. So this may not lead to a lasting relationship with that person. So you have to remember all these things. But last but not the least, do not leave the conversation abruptly, or do not leave the place abruptly. Now this is where people make a mistake. Whenever they meet someone for the first time, they don't know how to stop and go away, and they may leave abruptly. But how you should leave, or how you should close the conversation? You should close the conversation with a graceful line saying, "It's been nice meeting you," or "It's been nice talking to you," and then you leave. So this is how you have to take care when you indulge into small talks with strangers. This will help you in building lasting relationships in your professional life. Now moving on to the next topic, that is respecting privacy. Now to respect privacy is the fundamental concept of many societies, and organizations are a group of people. So respecting privacy is also a very important concept and an etiquette in organizations. Now people have a right to peaceful enjoyment without being disturbed or harassed by others. People wish to have privacy not only at their homes but also at their workplace, because they want to work peacefully without getting monitored. But the only problem is that they use the premises and equipments of the employer. So no monitoring is also not possible in organizations. So here we will be discussing three aspects of respecting privacy. First, respecting privacy of employee by the employer or by the organization. Now, as for the employer, it is important to monitor employee activity through CCTV camera and track the internet, email, social media and telephone use. This is justified as the employers have a risk of theft of property, data security, inappropriate and antisocial behavior, violence, drugs, etc. Also, the employer's concern that the productivity loss due to misuse of these technology for their personal matters is there. So it is justified that they monitor the employees. The monitoring of the employees may be necessary, but every human being has a right to privacy as far as their personal space is concerned and as far as their personal information is concerned. So the employees desire to work at peace without being disturbed constantly. So it is very much advisable for employers not to constantly be on the head of the employees and leave them free so that they can use their creativity and they can use their freedom in working efficiently. At the same time, they should also monitor through the CCTV camera. Now, another aspect of respecting privacy of the employee by the employers is that the employee would never like to share their personal details to anyone. So the employers must always take permission of the employee before sharing any of their personal details with anyone outside the organization. Many a times organizations print the phone numbers of their employees into their marketing material, but that is wrong. They have to first take the permission of the employee. In fact, using the personal information of employees is completely illegal, and this may lead into unnecessary problems. So this way the employers must respect the privacy of the employees. Now the second point is respecting privacy of the fellow colleagues. Now as an employee, you must also respect the privacy of your other colleagues with whom you are working. So for that, standing behind a person unnoticed and seeing what she or he is doing is very rude. Do not peep into computers of other colleagues and see what they are doing. Monitoring the internet usage is the work of your employer and it's not your work. So do not peep into the work of any of your colleagues. Also, many a times when colleagues get together in the lunch or during the tea break, they may want to share something which is personal. Avoid asking personal questions to your colleagues because the other people may get intimidated. Also, sometimes some colleagues may have shared something personal with you. Avoid sharing that with other people because this will break the trust and you have to be very professional in your organization. So this is how you should respect the privacy of your fellow colleagues. Now the third and the last point about respecting privacy is respecting privacy of the organization by the employees. So as an employee, it is your responsibility to keep the confidentiality of the organizational data. You should never reveal any information of the strategies used by your organization or any new development in your company, any new product, any innovation, particularly to the competitors of your organization because they may use this information for their own advantage. Also, as an employee, it is the biggest responsibility that you keep the confidentiality of your client's information. Your client may have given their personal information to the organization for the service purposes, but you have to take care that that information is not misused and it is not leaked. So you have to maintain the confidentiality of the information of your organization as well as your clients and of course your colleagues. So today we discussed about these two topics, that is etiquettes for small talks and respecting privacy. These two topics seems to be very small and not very important, but they are very, very important, and if you take care of all these points, you will become a very good professional and you can create a good impression in your organization and everyone around you. So I hope you have understood everything. In our next video, we are going to talk about time management. Thank you.